The Debater General in Norton, Massachusetts, serving Bristol County, southeast Massachusetts, and around the world. And good morning, everybody. It's time now for the morning news for the stories of Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. Hey, good morning, y'all. This lovely Tuesday morning, June 23rd, 2026. It's 69 degrees, podcast guys, at 7:25. Here are the lines. President Trump threatens lawsuits against ABC for reporting on reflecting poll. And Befriended man and former Olympian arrested for taking bait from reflected poll. Zoran Maimonides influence over Democrats put to the test and other things to watch in Tuesday's elections. Eddie Burnham prepares for a UK Labour leadership contest that may be a coronation. 40 drowned in France as people seek relief from Europe's heat wave. Anchor Linda Corn returned Friday after 34 years at ESPN. How bad could the Ebola outbreak get? AI could reach government and business defense in a month, U.S. and intelligence partners warned. Senate GOP headed for a showdown with Trump over Save America at Iran deal. Western Australia poultry farms locked down as second wild bird dies from H5N1 bird flu. Seven a hit solo track by BTS member. Jungkook has surpassed 3 billion streams on Spotify, making him the first Korean artist to hit the threshold with a single song in his HC Big Hit Music set on Tuesday. Cosby crushed nearly 10% on massive tech sell-offs. Iran denies Vance claim on IAEA inspector's return. Kim Jong-un confirms North Korea nuclear buildup at party meeting. The U.S. military struck a suspected drug boat in the Caribbean on Sunday, killing 2 men, leaving 6 survivors, U.S. Cyber Command said. All 4 guard members aboard a helicopter that crashed in Alaska State. Only minor nutrients and maritime law enforcement agency said. Judge strikes down step-ins on soft drinks and candy. Investigators surfside condo showed failure weeks before collapse. 2 more suspects have been arrested for their allegedly involved in the last week's foil attack, talking to the UFC about the White House. Rehab program proposed at the former St. Mary's Rectory in Taunton. How Kevin Peters' journey from Brooklyn led to a World Cup history. Take a look at stocks now. Up 1.101 at 51.712.71. S&P 500 27.79 at 74.72.79, and Nasdaq down 351.33 at 26.66.60. Stamina for sports at 7:28. In college baseball, it is U.S. Oklahoma, your champions with 13-2 win over North Carolina. In World Cup soccer action, Argentina 2, Austria 0, France 3, Iraq 0, Norway 3, Senegal 2, and Algeria 2, Jordan 1. Major baseball action, Red Sox fall to the Colorado Rockies in Denver 3-2, and the Sox and Rockies granted in Denver at 8:40. Tigers beat the New York Yankees 5-3. Kansas City Royals 2. Tampa Bay Rays 1. Texas Rangers 4. Miami Marlins 3. Washington Nationals 4. Philadelphia Phillies 1. Toronto Blue Jays 4. Houston Astros 2. Milwaukee Brewers 2. Cincinnati Reds 1. And 10 innings. The Chicago Red Sox 6. Cleveland Guardians 5. LA Dodgers 2. Minnesota Twins 1. St. Louis Cardinals 3. Arizona Diamondbacks 2. Baltimore Orioles 6. LA Angels 1. And San Diego Padres 1. LA Braves 0. WNBA scores Connecticut at 92. Chicago Sky 63. Atlanta Dream 94. Toronto 87. And Indiana 86, Phoenix 77, and Dallas Wings 112, Seattle Storm 110, and overtime. Miami land Giannis Antetokounmpo in blockbuster trade. Randall off the net as part of a 3-team deal, 5-year, $112 million deal for Minnesota Timberwolves. Dostable. Miami Bay makes the Raiders Storm Slave French win. Holland, Norway joined viral vacuum roll after win. Manfred Jazz Park guidance was not clear and returned. Player arrested allegedly drunk in public. Meter shoulders time is 7:29. Time now for Trevor Watch. Beep! MBT Hingham Hall Ferry due to special substitution 7% F2H. Hingham Hall Wood will depart from the altered location at Long Wharf North 7% sector to 5-10 minute delay. Dock press will be available to provide guidance. Fall Line train 1912, 6:35 p.m. from Fall Depot operating 5 minutes past schedule between Middleburg Top Station. Today, Franklin Foxville line service will be suspended. Shuttle bus places service between Fort Park 185 and Walpole to connect with Providence line service at Canton Junction. There'll be no regular train service to Foxborough. On today, a World Cup match schedule will be affected at Providence Stoke line. Shuttle buses placed in service between Stoughton and Canton Junction. Rain expected today. Umbrellas not permitted on trains in the stadium. Ponchos are available. $95 stop outside. A little bit so protect the curves and a little bit so before Route 146 in Providence. 146 Capitals around Route 95 in Providence. 195 eastbound also with 95 Washington Bridge. 185 westbound also around the East Providence stretch. 95 northbound side. A little bit so to the Crescent stretch. 13 westbound side. A little bit so to the Cheapside Bridge. Minot Bridge to the southbound side. A little bit so. And Route 6 westbound side. A little bit so between Hyannis down to Zaki Bridge. Hyannis. Route 6 westbound also between Hyannis down to Sagamore Bridge. Route 6 eastbound also at South Tennis stretch. 25 eastbound also before Route 6 and Board Bridge is in the southbound side and Sagamore Bridge, eastbound both ends a little bit so. Route 3, slow before Route 6 and Sagamore. Route 3, slow between Plymouth down to Kingston and 95 northbound side. A little sort to Route 1 and Sheridan and Route 128 getting stretch 24 is back between Avon and Route 128 getting Route 3 is back between Weymouth down to the Rate split and 95 northbound also at Route 45 in Mansfield and Route 148 on the northbound side. A little bit so Route 24 in the Taunton area. Route 195 eastbound also after Route 148 to Bedford and Route 60 eastbound a little bit around Route 18 into Bedford because of the flooding. 495 northbound side is backed up on the Milford stretch and Severn Expressway is back to between Red Juice Put down in Dorchester. Route 128 both ends is backed up between Red Juice Put down and Redolph. 128 northbound side is back between the Red Juice stretch all the way down to Route Mass Pike in Weston. Pike eastbound is back between Fairmont all the way down to Osborne Tolls. Pike westbound also reading lower about the South Boston. Severn Expressway is back between the Red Juice Put down in Dorchester. 495 a little bit to the Westboro stretch. 93 south also at between the Boston Route 1 is back between Revere and downtown Boston. Some also Cat Tells look good. Mass Pike Westboro Street all over to down South Boston. One way to the top of that, back between Peabody stretch, 128 south also at Peabody down to Waltham. Route 3 south also around Kingsborough all the way down to Burlington. 485 it's back to between Lodge all the way down to Chump Spirit. 485 it's back between Bolton and down to Tewksbury. 29 eastbound also at Route 146 and Route 9 in Worcester. Western Mass Highways all looking good. 91 a little bit so around 291 at 84 in Hartford. 84 eastbound back between Hartford Avenue. Downtown Hartford, Connecticut at 84 eastbound also at 691 in Merritt, Connecticut. Merritt Parkway. 84 a little bit so between Stafford and Newtown, Connecticut. Merritt Parkway a little bit so between Trumbull and Newton. 95 7 to between Bridgeport and Greenwich. And Everett back a little bit so Manchester Airport area. And now look at the weather scene at 7:33. And wet start to your morning as we got heavy winds, rain, and thunderstorms on the line from Falmouth all the way up to the Park side, Massachusetts, to Cape Downs, and some moderate bands rain from Gloucester all the way down to Fitchburg, and some rain showers from Meriden, Connecticut, all the way down to Danbury, Connecticut, and some light rain from Bellingham all the way up into Dedham. Showers expected to continue today with some better thunderstorms and heavy downpours are possible and dry. Find midweek, turning most of the kind of humid and settle by late this week into the weekend. Find will be raining all the time. Just the showers that sits on most days, fine to say, but severe weather potential looks very limited. Showers expected to continue today with some better thunderstorms and heavy downpours possible. Showers will continue to impact some of the week of the day as the number of wave tracks over the region. And Latest miso analyst as an area increased moisture transported by 925 millibar from the southwest socials moving the area over without southeast passage rate just by produce higher rainfall weights, especially as pockets of UK Park. Encountered based on the latest got some more subtract for the next wave is a favorite every year. Widespread rain mostly to the south and southern way of the year, except it'll be along the south coast of the Cape Downs where heavier showers of rain possible. Patch of the area headed after the outside forecast. 2 inches, 2.10 inches at high resolution. Guidance also has some UK over the bunch of the southeast Massachusetts and Cape Dead Islands by the afternoon, which will help produce periods of heavier downpours and some embedded thunderstorms with the showers that develop. The map also has a breast of some elevated UK valves over Cape Cod earlier this morning with that could favor thunder there with the showers we see over there. Occasional lightning and heavy downpours are connected and are headed to Brunei. This is not out. On the question with regard to the total taken out has not changed as much as totals of 1 2 inch range. For main expectation with the system of flash for the not expected by consider the drought condition we have been experiencing about flasher areas including that urban and port British areas may see some flooded today. The heavier rainfall awaits. We're persistent cloud cover today. High will be likely not climb higher than the 70s. Rain should clear out of the region and headed to tonight as wave moves offshore. Showers may linger early tonight over the Cape Downs and wind may shift to the northwest and air makes its way into the region and awaken the Pacific cold front, which will be aid and clear and rain and cloud cover headed into the Wednesday. Low skies expected to be in the upper 50s and low 60s. Dry for midweek, turn to mostly cloudy and humid and settle by late this weekend and the weekend. The weather won't be rainy all the time. Chances of showers and storms will be exist on most days, Friday, Saturday, but severe wind potential looks very limited after the cold front pulls away later tonight. We get a dry weather pattern Wednesday on 1 today time on Thursday. Our weather pattern then turns more settle late in the weekend to at least in the early part of the weekend. Partly cyclonic west and zonal pattern with the westerly 5 and middle bar flow stretching from the Great Lakes region into the northeast states into the period that's Elliott. Large scale features in this period by early Thursday night includes one middle-level show wave through over the Great Lakes region and a weaker 5 in the middle bar. Disturbance to the central plains, which is elongated quasi-stationary frontal boundary, driven itself from the Ohio Mid-Mississippi Valley eastward to the Mid-Atlantic, south for New England vicinity. Zonal regimes like this are one are typically put the time of year when it comes to precipitation. Thunder chances are sensitive to daily convective details, which are noted in the time, whereas as it uncertainties that there will be differences in the straight shall lead Great Lakes show wave which influence whatever the not mere rain chances of moving by Thursday night as GFS weak guidance is weaker border and thus more progressive rain chances of the New England by Thursday night when the international guidance features a stronger trail and it is slow to move up until Friday. On rate, the covenant to the time of the rain thunder chances later with this weekend the weekend is lower than average, but given the above certainty forecast occurs of whether or not the script chance of population for most of the time frame would be raining thunder the whole time, but at the end of those periods, it's accepted the time of details will come aboard focus on that said and early estimate for rain thunder chances are more centered around Friday afternoon and evening with a late show wave, but it's increasing again into the late south coast interior south of the back Saturday night in the central plains show wave moves back just enough at the summer New England level, middle level flows seasonally strong much of the period is mostly gas kind of rather humid, also one with limited dimly heated lead to the weakest ability. Indeed, in essence, I'll machine leading severe river progress after the temperature severe weather probably is on Friday. We will have strong storm to on Friday, but early lead that the prospect of storming and severe seem limited. High pressure and dry weather return the weekend. All right, showers supposed to be a thunderstorm. Patchy fog out 72 degrees. Light fair wind given northwest wind 6 miles in the morning. Just beaches 9% of new river about between the quarter average possible tonight. Showers made before midnight. Patchy fog before 2 a.m. The wind 80 degrees. Common given just beaches 8% of new river about between the temperature of the dish for Wednesday. Size common 81 and low 60 degrees in the northwest about 5 to 7 miles an hour. And for Thursday, most of the size common 81 degrees and a low 62 degrees. Common given southwest wind 5 to 7 miles an afternoon for Friday. Chance showers mostly cost comes 76 to 64 degrees, summer about 5 to 9 miles an hour, Casayas 20 miles an hour, just basis 45%. Saturday, chance showers practice comes 78, low 64 degrees, common given southeast wind 5 to 8 miles in the afternoon, just basis 35%. Sunday, most of the size coming 81 degrees, low 64 degrees, common given northward 6 miles an hour in the afternoon. And Monday, size coming 82 degrees, calm wind becoming southwest wind 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. Right now, overcast skies at 6 degrees. And that's it for our border report of this June 23rd, 2026 on a To the more, Peter J. Wiggins, say, have a good morning, my say, stay safe, be well, be well, have a good night, and go on.